Chapter 1: Rethinking Mental Disorders. Could mental disorders be just a normal variation of behavior? An intriguing thought, isn't it? This raises a different perspective on how we view mental health, a perspective that might be a bit challenging to digest, but it's worth exploring. In a world full of diversity, it's not surprising that there are variations in human behavior too. Sometimes, these variations are labeled as mental disorders. But what if these so-called disorders are merely responses to extreme situations? What if these are survival mechanisms, not symptoms of a disease? Imagine a person trapped in a room with a hungry lion. Their heart races, their palms sweat, and they might even freeze or feel like running away. Now, in this situation, these reactions are completely normal, right? But what if these reactions persist even when there's no lion? This is what we call a maladaptation. It's when the body's normal response to danger is activated even when there's no actual threat. This is what happens in many mental disorders such as anxiety and post-traumatic stress disorder. Now, you might wonder why these maladaptations exist. They seem to cause more harm than good, right? Well, evolution has a funny way of working. Traits that are harmful in one context might be beneficial in another. For instance, the heightened alertness in anxiety disorders might have helped our ancestors survive in dangerous environments. So, these maladaptations might have been passed down through generations because they served a purpose in the survival of the human species. But here's the catch. Our society has changed a lot since our ancestors' times. We no longer live in constant fear of predators. Yet, our brains still carry those old survival mechanisms. This mismatch between our environment and our brain's wiring is what leads to what we call mental disorders. It's crucial to understand that these disorders do not necessarily mean there's something wrong with the brain. There's no biological cause that we can pinpoint. It's more like the brain is responding to a sick society, a society that puts immense pressure on individuals and then labels them as abnormal when they can't cope. So, what's the takeaway here? It's that mental disorders can be seen as a normal variation of behavior. They are not signs of a defective brain, but of a brain trying its best to cope with a challenging environment. They are a testament to the human spirit's resilience and adaptability. Therefore, it's time we rethink our approach to mental health. Instead of stigmatizing and pathologizing these behaviors, we need to understand them within their context. We need to acknowledge the role of the environment in shaping our mental health and work towards creating healthier societies. Chapter 2: Embracing Empathy in Mental Health. In conclusion, the concept of mental disorders as a maladaptation to extreme situations helps us understand these disorders in a new light. It challenges our conventional views and invites us to be more empathetic and understanding. After all, we're all just trying to navigate this complex world in the best way we can.